Welcome to this DaVinci Resolve Fusion node breakdown. Today's node is the uTexture node. So we're going to jump into Fusion, and we've got a little setup with our cube, which is transformed to the middle, a dome light, a merge, and a render. So building textures in the USD environment is a little different than the 3D environment. And today we're going to cover the uTexture node. But to be able to use the uTexture node, we need the uShader node. And to be able to use the uShader node, we need the uTexture node. But since the uTexture node is the basic node we need to build our uShader, we're going to cover that first. On a setup like this, there's no way to really input a shader on our little cube we brought in, because we brought in a USD with a USD loader node. And to be able to replace our material, we need our replace material node that we covered yesterday. And before I start digging into this texture node, I want to show you something additional on the replace material node, which will pop up once we start building materials in here. So I'm going to bring in a uTexture node, a uShader node, and I'm going to input that into our replace material. And if we look at our replace material, we no longer have the options to choose different materials. We only have actual material lists that pop up. So if I was to copy this, paste it, and let's grab a merge. And we're going to input these two. Input. Actually, let's go ahead and change our color. So we're going to go to the texture, and we're just going to make this green. And let's rename this, because naming convention is everything. Shader green. And we're going to go to this texture node, and we're just going to make this blue. And this isn't really what this texture node is meant for, changing colors, but I will show you here in a second. And we're going to change this to shader blue. So now if we connect it, this replace material node is getting two materials, and it just randomly picks one of the materials to show up. But if we go here to our material pick and I select pick, you can see we see both of our shaders that we built in our merge. So I can go through here and select my green material, or I can select my blue material. So this little area will pop up when you input a material into your replace material. And if we only had one going in there, it's going to give me an error because I have it picked on something that isn't there. We can pick that green, or if we just leave it empty and on default, it's going to select that only material that's input in there. So let's go over this texture node. So on the texture node, your main point of the texture node is to import textures, which are files. So if I browse, if I go to my Material X library and I select this diffuse color image, I can load that diffuse color image. And down here, we've got the ability to change our source color space from linear, sRGB, or none. And our diffuse color obviously is color, so we're going to leave this on sRGB. Your default color is just your default color. It's not going to change the look of your image at all. Same with your alpha values down here. They're not going to change the look of your image down here. Your U address and your V address modes, these come into play when your texture is smaller than your actual mesh, and it determines how that's going to wrap. Whether it's just going to have black on it, it's going to duplicate, it's going to wrap, or if it'll mirror, and that's on both the U and the V, or the X and the Y. And when we get in other nodes and we start seeing issues, we'll come back to these and start changing them. And then your filter type for how that texture is filtered is your nearest, linear, or cubic. Now, mind you, your source color space is extremely important when it comes to your textures, So like I said, a diffuse color is color. You want that in sRGB. Your other nodes you're going to be using are your normal, or this is a bump map, but it's a normal map to add bump. So if we add this image, your normal maps have to be linear because it is a linear color space. Same with your roughness maps. If I open that, it has to be on linear, not sRGB, not none. It has to be on linear for it to work properly. So that is the uTexture node. I will see you in the next node breakdown.